Good morning, everyone. My name's Day. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. We are here to do some writing finally. Um, Sorry, it's been a little while. I picked up a bunch of shifts at work, and you know, it's a little too tiring to work and stream afterwards for me. I find I don't have the energy, the be live energy, if you know what I'm saying. So today's a holiday, Good Friday or Easter weekend for people who celebrate. And yeah, I don't gotta work, so we are going to write. Um, Now, I have had a couple rough writing days. I'm actually gonna go back and look. So the 25th, what day was that? So Monday and Tuesday, I wrote nothing, which are my first 0 days since January when I went on vacation. So that was kind of sucky, but like I had been struggling a couple days before. So 4 days before Monday, I had been struggling to get my goal word count. I had been writing every day, which is the overall goal, but I usually try to get 1,000 words a day and call it a day, and I was not reaching it. So I decided to just take those 2 days off and rest. And I did, and it was fine. And I came back the yesterday and the day before, I wrote over 1,000 words. So we're back, but now I kind of want to play catch up a little bit because I feel like I'm not really behind, but I'm behind, if that makes sense. So we're gonna do some writing. Rita came in early, swooshing in to say hey and smooches the likey. Thank you. Hope you're having a great day, Rita. Thank you for stopping by. I know you're streaming right now, so I'm gonna once we start, I'll go drop a like and say hello in your stream as well. We are going to do some Pomodoro sprints to start. We'll do 25 minutes, 5-minute break, 25 minutes, and then we'll see what we feel like afterwards. I'm not sure. Maybe a 30. We'll see. Spiko, Mukamba. Hey, hi, how are you? I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for coming back. Tell me what you're working on today. Rita said, Happy Good Friday. Happy Good Friday. We'll keep you up in the background. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to open up yours in a minute. I was definitely kind of awake, but I only have just gone to my computer. So I'm like, gotta catch up on my Friday morning things. Okay. So we are going to do 25 minutes and hopefully we don't need to warm up because I didn't put one up. In 3, 2, 1, everybody get some work done. Okay, everyone, that is the end of our first sprint. Please let me know how you did. Um, I don't know how I did. I got 390 words. I find any sort of scene where I need to start describing um like clothing or anything like that slows me right down, which probably means that I should just skip it, but I never do. So it was a little bit slower, but it's fine. It's fine. Devin came in. Hello, Devin. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you're having a great day. And also, if you're around, let me know what you're working on. But I'll be in lurk mode, but I love the like button. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. um, Nico said, "Guess I'm proud of finishing my first fantasy work in progress." That's amazing. Well, the first draft. You know what? That is literally the hardest part. That is so awesome. When did you finish that? Were you still working on it the last time I saw you? I don't remember. But that's amazing. What am I proud of? I think I did that one. So your head is in the way. I did a 24-hour writing experiment, 24 hours of sprinting. It took me 12 days to finish. It was a lot, but I ended up writing like 30 something thousand words. So I was pretty proud about that. But like, dang, it took forever. Vika said, could you please, I'm trying to read. I love you so much. Please just lay over there. I actually am good at character appearances, but only for the first chapters. Yeah. Me too. I have this character, and I've been writing her since the beginning, but she's worn like a uniform of sorts. It's not really a uniform, but she wears like this one outfit and it's what she's known for. But I've just changed her outfit for an event. And so I'm like, man, this is stressful. I gotta figure out how to write her all over again. Her hair is different, her outfit is different. She's like, yeah, it's a lot. So I was very slow. Erin Michelle, good morning. Thank you so much for coming. Erin got halfway through chapter 10 outline, also not writing related, but I'm proud that I'm doing a lot better this semester in school. That's amazing. First of all, what are you writing? You're on chapter 10 outline. What are you working on? But also, that's awesome that you're doing better in school because dang, school is a lot sometimes. So congratulations on that. That's amazing. That's amazing. But yes, please tell me about your project. I would love to know more. Vigo, some time ago I finished the draft. I was working on my second work in progress when I got on your chat. Oh, okay. But I don't think it's done. Taking a break. What kind of break? Like a longer break or like a today break? Either is fine. I'm just curious. That's awesome. Your first drafts are tough. I I actually love editing. Like revision and editing is so much more fun to me than the first draft. Like there are all, of course, fun parts of the first draft, like discovering your characters and whatnot. But I find I do so much more discovery and refinement in the revision section that it feels like the book doesn't become the book until it's been revised, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I love that for you. Progress is progress, right? Exactly. Aaron said, it's a fantasy sci-fi about the end of the world, the seven deadly sins, and each of my main characters are a different representation of a different type of fantasy. Oh, the seven deadly sins. I love that. Pause. That is so cool. You have me with the seven deadly sins, and I mean everything else sounds cool too, but seven deadly sins is a yes for me. That is so cool. And also, please explain to me how you've got your different types of magic, because magic is hard. I don't know, like my magic system, she's not up to par. It'll be a revision, something to fix in post, because writing magic systems is hard. Like honestly, the fact that you have seven seven types of magic, thing, that's amazing. Also, I'm very interested in the mix of fantasy and sci-fi. I know the two are like magic versus science kind of thing, but like I don't think I've ever actually read something that was fantasy sci-fi. I'm trying to think off of the top of my head. I can't think of any examples. But that's very cool. Oh, you're taking a break from the fantasy world. Okay, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Devin, I haven't counted my words today yet, but I'm putting the pieces together. That's awesome. That is amazing. Honestly, sometimes it's better to not count the word. I mean, I say this although I've like obsessively fill out a sprint document, but that's like it's because it's a long-term experiment, writing only in sprints for this year. But like honestly, I feel like it would take some pressure, some weight off my shoulders to not worry about the numbers and just like, did I write today or not? You know? Um, hello. Wolasad E. Wolasad. Tell me how to say that properly so I'm not butchering your name every time. Thank you so much for coming. Hello. Never been on this channel before, but it looks fun. Trying to write a bit myself too. That's amazing. What are you writing? Also, your picture is amazing. That is so cool. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. That is an amazing profile picture. Hello. Sorry. Thank you so much for coming. Please let me know what you're working on. Devin said, goal finished by end of April, edits and to betas in June. That's awesome. Honestly, beta stresses me out because I know that I probably wouldn't be a good beta, and that stresses me out when I will one day need them because I'm so bad at, I'm a mood reader. So like, if I'm not that I don't like your book or whatever, it's just if I'm not in the mood for it, I have a hard time forcing myself to read. So I feel like I would be the worst beta reader ever. Sarah Cahill will probably speak to that. I do love her books. I read them sporadically. But yeah, so now I'm like, well, you get what you give. So if I'm a bad beta reader, stressful. How do you find betas? How do you go about that? Please let me know. Devin said magic is the best, and dragons love a good sci-fi fantasy. I love dragons as well. There are dragons in my book. We love them here. And I also love magic. Magic systems, I don't think I read enough books. That was one of my big goals this year. You guys have recommendations for books? Like, I will literally make a list. I have some on my little bookshelf over here that you can't see. I do have some fantasy books that I would like to be reading this year. I'm a very slow reader. That's fine. I will get through it. But if you have recommendations, let me know. I have, thank you, list of sci-fi fantasy. Please send them my way. Everybody wants them. So, thank you. I thought the picture was really pretty too. It's pronounced Fola Shade. Fola Shade. Oh, okay. Fola Shade. Okay. Okay. Ooh, let me take a picture. I remember that. Fola Shade. I took a picture, so I'm gonna remember. I will practice. Mythic. Shadows of the Spark is One by Adrian Santiago. I have not heard that one. Sorry, my dog is on my lap and making it impossible to type. Music. Music. Okay. Ooh, it has a cool cover. I'm doing a live bookish video today at 11. Ooh, okay. Is it gonna be like recommendations and stuff? Should we be tuning in? Me pull up my YouTube. Okay, and we're also gonna write some more. Sorry, I'm distracted by book recommendations. We love book recommendations. I truly just wish that I read faster. When I was in high school, I could read. I actually found a random Facebook post. Like, you know how you get your history Facebook post and it's all the cringe stuff from when you were like 12 and 13. And I had a post that showed up on my remember this, and it was me reading one of the Twilight books in a day. And I'm like, I went and looked, and those are like 400-ish page books that I read in a single day. That's crazy. I'm lucky now if I can read like 30 pages in a day. Like, I don't really understand what has happened to my brain, but I wish I could get back to that because I used to devour books. Like the Harry Potter books, I know we have thoughts on the author, but I would like devour those in a day or two. If I tried to read a Harry Potter book now, I'm positive, besides like the first couple that are shorter, it's a week or two long event, maybe longer. I'm thinking of Order of the Phoenix. That book is excessively long for no reason. So I wish I could read that fast again. Aaron said they each represent a different mythical species or type of magic, basically sound, objects, elements, time, emotions, creation, and necromancy. Then each of those types of magic align with sin. Oh, that's so fun. That is very fun. Yeah, I'm excited to read it. When is it coming out? Please let me know. Folashade. It's a little hard for me to explain mine, but it's basically sci-fi fantasy. Amazing. I base the magic system off of how nuclear energy works. There's a lot more, but I don't know how to start explaining. Oh, nuclear energy. That's a little bit scary, but like also very cool. I guess I see like magic and science. That makes sense. My internet says it's not happy. Oh, it is happy. Okay. Devin said, everything I read so far in Q1, what I'm going to read, and books I found. I'll also cover how to find free ebooks. Oh, cool. Okay. That sounds awesome. I love that. Okay, well, I'll be there at 11 Eastern. I'll be there. I just started reading Game of Thrones myself. I'm super excited. Oh, okay. My mom actually read some of the Song of Ice and Fire series, and I want to read it because I've watched the show, and I know the show does not end the way the book ends because the book is not over. The books are not over. I'm just scared because every time I talk to people, they're like, yeah, he spends pages talking about curtains. And sometimes your favorite character is not even in the book because there's so many characters that he has to go through. And I don't know. I don't know. Let me know how it goes. If somebody likes it, I just feel like I haven't gotten somebody saying, yes, I love these books. So that's why I'm like, not sure. Aaron said, I'm still on the first sort of second draft. There was a previous draft, but I consider it a zero draft as a lot of things changed. That makes sense. I kind of have my outline as my zero draft because Um, like my outline ended up being like 22,000 words or something like something stupid like that. Um, so that's kind of my 0, and then I go from there. So yeah. Anyways, please keep commenting and everything, but we're gonna write now. 25 more minutes on the clock. Yes, on the right screen. In 3, 2, 1. Everybody get some work done. Okay, everyone, that is the end of our second sprint. Please let me know how you did. That was mostly a doggy sprint for me. We literally just came back to the room, but I did get 209 words before I went out with them. Um, mm, mm, mm. What's my favorite read this month? So I'm gonna be 100% honest. This month has not been doing it for me. Um, of the books that I have in my Goodreads for this month, hold on, let me pull it up just so I'm 100% accurate. Um, I've only read 3 novels. One of them I DNF'd, one of them I gave a 1 star, and one of them I gave a 3 star. So I'm not doing the best with reads for March. However, I did finish the Promised Neverland manga, which I loved. And I also have been reading, like, I stayed up way too late to read Solo Leveling last night. I have been reading it for a while, but I'm kind of cheating because Solo Leveling is a manhwa, so it's like it's all on your phone and you just scroll through it. Um, yes, you do because you're reading it as well. um, it's like it's chapters, kind of like a manga, but the Goodreads has them as books, like 5 different books. So I'm kind of just splitting it up. But oh no, sorry, it's 8 different books. Sorry. So I'm kind of just splitting it up. Like every 25 chapters, I read a book. So I finished the second Solo Leveling book yesterday, and I'm almost finished the third one today. I read a lot yesterday. It's getting very exciting. So if I have to say what my favorite read in March is going to be Solo Leveling, but it's not a novel, so that's just how it be sometimes. Where we scroll back and also put some music on. Okay. Shay came in. Hello, good morning, Shay. Thank you so much for coming. Also, yes, I talked to you about the book. Yes. I think I actually went a little further. Wow, I didn't realize there's so many comments. Oh, here, okay. Fola Shade. Wait, no. I have to Fola Shade. Oh, I was right. Okay, Fola Shade. Sorry. I've heard much the same, but I'm prepared now. I'm reading it for the story as well as to get a feel for those things people say about it. I want to form my own opinion, you know. I do 100% agree with you. And like I was saying, like the show kind of went off the rails. So I would be interested to just see what the actual author's vision is. I'm also interested I'm interested to know because George R. R. Martin writes so slow, but I'm interested to know if like maybe some of the show was actually his intention, if that makes sense. So now that he has seen how big of a flop it was, like is he potentially changing things or was it just like not his ending at all? You know what I'm saying? I would be very interested to know that. Post-shot, I said, it already feels pretty different, especially when it comes to certain characters like Tyrion. I'm too scared to watch the show now because I know where it went. Yeah, I feel like the show had a chokehold on me for like literally a decade. I feel like it was a decade or something like that. And honestly, I did not hate the show until the very last season. So like, you could watch the show and enjoy it and just don't watch the last season or watch it. Even though I hated what happened in the last season, it was a beautiful, like beautifully shot. Everything looked great. So, you know, it's there. Zico said, well, honestly, I only finished the Spanish Love Deception. I started other things, but most likely will finish in April. Thank you, computer. Yes. Spanish Love Deception. I don't know that one. By Elena Armas. Oh, actually, I think I have actually seen that cover. Not that I'm looking at the cover, I do think I've seen that. Did you like it? I guess if you're answering the question as that was your favorite read, but if it's your only read, did you like it? Let us know. Shay's favorite read of March so far has been If Beale Street Could Talk by James Baldwin. It was my first Baldwin book, and the writing was really beautiful. It made me want to read more of his work for real. I love that. I'm happy you liked it because I feel like you were talking about it for a while, so I'm happy that in the end it was a win. Mr. Duck, hello everyone. Hi, that is such a cute name and also such a cute profile picture. How are you? Thank you for coming. I hope you're having a great day. Oh, you're tired. I hope you get some rest. Sorry that you're so tired. What are you up to today? Lynn, good morning, Lynn. Thank you so much for coming. My favorite book in March was Book Lovers. That banter is so good. Okay, let me look up another book. Book Lovers. See, I don't know things. Oh, Emily Henry. Okay, I know that name. Because Emily Henry is a really popular romance writer, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like, oh yes, I've seen Beach Read. And I was just watching somebody's BookTube video, and they were talking about people we meet on vacation. Okay. Favorite read, Book Lovers, banter. Okay, it's on my list now. Mr. Duck said, I really liked Trevor Noah's Born a Crime. Pretty interesting read. Oh, isn't this a comedian guy? Yes, he's a comedian. Oh. Ooh, this actually looks like a cool. Okay, so I don't really read memoirs, but it sounds very cool. Like I'm just reading the little wiki summary. Ooh, okay. Thank you for that recommendation. The Alchemist was kind of mid, not gonna lie. Bro spent the entire book just to return back to where he started. I have not read The Alchemist. It always appeals to me because it's in every bookstore, and they always have it like up on like the popular reads, and I always pick it up and then I always put it down. Yeah, I'm not sure. Some classics just don't do it for me, but interesting. Thank you for letting me know. Well, Sade said, my read for March was nonfiction, but really fascinating, called African Creeks Estilveste and the Creek Nation. I definitely said that wrong, but that is cool. What is it? Creek Nation. What does that mean? Interesting. There's so many things for me to look up. Zico liked The Alchemist. Okay. What did you like about The Alchemist? Zico, please let me know. Shay said, you know what I thought I'd never say? In the world of tech, I need to bring an address book. I used to have Addies saved as messages from whoever's Addie it was, which I lost when my old phone broke. Like some things you really need to do by hand and how physically random, I know, but I was like, oh, April the month, I'm mailing people this shit. And was like, ooh, all Addie I need to ask for again. It's fine. Don't worry. I do the same thing. I save my friends' names in my contacts, and then their addresses go in there as well. Because you never know Like this is like the worst thing to say, but like it's just what's on my mind. If somebody goes missing, or like I have a friend who lives alone, I'm like, okay, well, if we need to find her, nobody knows where she lives. I know where she lives. So, like her family's not from this city. So I got you. I will find you. I know where you live, Shay, and we don't even live in the same country. I will send people to your house. Just saying. I liked Emergency Skin too. I did like Emergency Skin. I didn't count it as a book, but I guess maybe I could have because it's so short. Emergency Skin was good. I liked it. And I also read The Ones Who Walked Away from Omelas by Ursula K. Le Guin, and I like that as well. I just didn't count either of them as books, even though they show up on my Goodreads as a book. I don't know. I didn't say it. And then, yes, you do know the. Erin said, I finished outlining chapter 11 and 12 as per my favorite read in March. I really love my women's studies textbook. It's called Gendered Voices, Feminist Visions, and it's actually pretty good. That's awesome, actually, because it's a textbook. So I'm glad that you like it because I feel like most of my textbooks were painful to read. So I'm glad that you like that. And it also sounds cool. I never got to do any like women's studies classes. I didn't have any elective room when I was in school, so that's very cool. I love that for you. Devin said, I DNF'd one book, but I will get back to it after I finish this high fantasy. All will be revealed in my bookish live. Starting at 11. Or wait, was it 10? I think it's 11. Shay was explaining what Emergency Skin is. You should read what she said. Dune was disappointing. Finna was disappointing, but I'd rate it 3.7 stars. So, I do want to read Dune only because I think the movies are cool. However, I tried to rewatch Dune 1 and it is so long. I want to watch the new one as well, but dang, it's so long. I only know how to say it. Say if. What? I only know how to say it because a dude who was like my big brother in college dated a Fulshade. Sorry, for years. Oh. You enjoy the Dune films, have to see about the books though. That is where I'm at as well. I am so behind. I'm so sorry. Dang. I'm so behind. But yeah. I'm in the same place. I heard the Game of Thrones series was disappointing, so I want to read the books too. Yeah, I liked the series until the last season. Shay, I watched a lot of Flanagan yesterday, so I could catch up with you and get the hype. His screenplays are top notch for horror. I love Mike Flanagan. I love him. Honestly, he makes excellent things. I love Mike Flanagan. Aww. Well, I'm glad you got one that you liked. Outside of Jemison, my only 5-star read. Five-star read on the month, I think. Okay. Scrolling. Oh, I was literally just talking to my sister about being Creek when her baby was born. Life is dope. If I mentioned I hate this phone, it's fine, Shay, don't worry. Zico said, I love the message from The Alchemist about how you don't have to give up your dreams or destiny for your loved one. It talked about love a lot, which most people probably don't see. Oh, okay. I like that. Shay said, see, I'm scared to put it in the contact because I was like, what if someone gets it, which is an irrational fear to some extent. I mean, yeah, kinda. Your phone is locked. I mean, they can unlock it, but if they can unlock it, then they it doesn't really matter if you have the contact address or not. Yes, sorry. Yes, I should have said it. My bad. My bad. Okay, okay. We are going to do another sprint. I have so many tabs open right now for books. Oh my goodness. We are gonna do a 30, and then how much time do we have left? Yeah, so we're gonna do a 30, and then that will probably be the last um, sprint for today. What question do I want to ask? What are you looking forward to in April? That's books, movies, writing, events, birthdays, sleep, whatever. What are you looking forward to in April? And put up this timer. Pause. Okay. And 30 minutes on the clock. And 3, 2, 1. Everybody gets working. All right, everybody, that's the end of our last one. Please let me know how you did. Um, I ended up doing some writing, still not a ton, but I got some done. That sprint was 430 words. So I got just over 1,000 for the stream, which is exactly my goal. And I'm very happy. What am I looking forward to in April? A couple things. First off, writing wise, I am mostly through my midpoint currently. So hoping that April, being the beginning of quarter two, will take me closer to finishing this book, which is going to be very long. I have no misconceptions. It's going to be a long book. Um, but I'm just looking forward to moving out of the midpoint and into the rest of my book. I'm also going on a little mini vacation in a couple weeks, which is going to be really nice because I feel like I need it at this point. I'm just a little tired, and Canada is just a little dreary, and I need some sunshine. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in April. Where did I stop? Devin said, looking forward to finishing book 2. Draft 1 is my April goal. No reading new books in that time. Gotcha. It is really hard to read and write. That's something I'm kind of learning this year, especially um, because I'm trying to be good with reading. Um, Writing isn't usually a problem for me, but it making sure that I make time to read is what I've been working on. But it is very hard. Like, I find the amount of time that I want to spend on writing, and then I have no time left for reading. Most of the reading I do is just before bed. Like, I was reading Solo Leveling last night and I fell asleep reading because I started reading too late. And that's just how I've been doing it. I don't know. I feel like I need to just carve out more time for it, but then that time goes into my writing time because I got to go to work, and then I got to be a human, and then the time that I have left I usually use for writing, but you know, it's hard. Zico said, well, in April, looking forward to seeing my mom. She lives in a different continent and starting a new department at work school. That's very awesome. I'm glad you get to see your mom, and good luck with your new department at work/school. That's very cool. I'd be like a little bit nervous, but like also it would like excited nervous. So I'm happy for you. That's awesome. Shay said, April, there are a lot of B days to celebrate, but also it's a new quarter, and I don't know, I'm feeling giddy about it. I love that for you. I did really good these first 3 months, even with the health stuff, but I'm confident for April. You got it. I'll be right there with you, girl. Fulashade said, I'll be done with this semester soon. I love anthropology, but school is so draining. You are 100% right about that. That's so exciting. I love that for you. Semester, but not the whole degree, right? The semester thing. Right? You're like done for the year, but not done forever. Let me know. Zico said, I didn't get any words. I'm world building, so I need to know some Chinese cuisine and wedding traditions. Some gods, yeah. I love looking into the traditions of other cultures, mostly because as a Canadian, I feel like we don't really have a very defined anything. Like, we are known as a melting pot, and I feel like that's good in very many ways, but one of the reasons that I find like Asian culture specifically, that's the one that comes to my mind. So cool is because it has like tradition and modern life and tradition mix so well together and are honored by everyone. I just think it's really cool. But what does Canada have? We have poutine and maple syrup, and that's about it. You know. Devin is going into lurk mode so they can hash out this new magical element. Good luck. I hope it goes well. Um, the book journey past the midpoint is the hardest. Congrats on the vacay. Where are you headed? It is hard. I actually feel like that's part of the reason why I've had a hard writing week is that I feel like the midpoint is a lot. There's a lot banking on it, and it's kind of like stressing me out a little bit. I don't feel stressed, but I just feel slowed. But like this is one of the sections that I've been looking forward to the most. I just think that it's important, and that's why I'm kind of slowed down. But yeah, I'm excited to be done. I'm going to Punta Cana. I'm very excited. Uh, 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 uh. So jealous, but reminding myself November will be here in no time. Yeah, girl, it will. I'm excited for you and me. You're a superhero. You so you really be doing it all. 50K words or whatever every month for the year so far. You've been reading. I'm legit proud. Thank you. That's so nice of you, Shay. I'm trying. I am trying. Yeah, I'm trying. Thank you. I appreciate you. Murky middle problems. Yeah, I honestly I don't even know if it's murky because I know everything that's gonna happen. I know like all the emotional beats. I know all the like action beats. I just feel like my brain is like, do this right or you suck. You know? Does that make sense? So I'm like stressing myself out for no reason because obviously it's gonna need a revision either way. Excuse me. Thank you. It's gonna need a revision either way. So I don't know. Okay, so you're done for the year. Gotcha. Rita said, "Yay, 353 words." Now switching gears to quarterly newsletter. Ooh, I love that. I love the idea of having a newsletter. I just don't know what I would ever say. You know what I mean? I don't have the creativity to send things out to everybody. But I feel like quarterly would be a good idea because then it's just I feel like it's less what do you call it? Less pressure. Excuse me. Boys. No. Go. You go over there. Take him and go somewhere else. Thank you. Feel like it's less pressure than like a monthly one or a weekly one. If anybody has a daily newsletter, I will not subscribe to it because I that's too much for me. Shay said, "Ooh, that's what I liked about reading Island Witch. The culture felt so rich and vibrant, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. That's what I want. That's why I like researching other cultures because Canadians, Canadian cartoons are awesome. Kid versus Cat, 16. Okay, there are some good shows, there are some bad shows, and there are some good bad shows. Canada has lots of good bad shows, like 16. Amazing. Shay got 520 words. That's amazing. Good job. Paul Shade said, my story is heavily influenced by the ancient Northeast, Africa, sorry, slash the ancient Northeast. I'm a history nerd, so I had to incorporate my knowledge somewhere. I love that for you because I don't know nothing. So that's awesome. Send it my way. Just saying. Let me know the publishing date. I will be purchasing. They are cute sometimes. They're annoying sometimes. Nabby, come say hi. Maverick and Echo. Come, Echo. Oh, you're mad that I took your friend? I have him. What? What? Yes, they're cute sometimes. only sometimes. Shay said, I definitely need to update my blog. April, we back to regular scheduled program. Girl, you have so many blog posts. You just gotta schedule them. You did the work. You did the work. Rita said, "Yay, less pressure than month. Yes, less pressure than monthly, but I feel like that with the blog, which is weekly. Oh yeah, what am I gonna say? Exactly. That's why I'm like stressful, stressful." Shay, I used to be the kid to say I hate history. Adults make me, adult me last. Honestly, I still don't know if I could say that I like history or the history that we get taught in schools. Like, how do I say this? I understand that people should know the history of their country. However, there is an entire rest of a planet out there that is very cool to learn about. And so it's just weird to me like that we don't know anything about anybody else. Because like the fact that like Canadians, I don't know anything about America and we share a border. Americans don't know anything about Canadians and we share a border. That doesn't make sense to me. We like I could literally drive a half an hour and I would be in America. Nobody there knows anything about the people 30 minutes from them. Like it does not make any sense to me. Nobody knows anything about anybody else. Like why did I spend all of my high school years learning about Canada? I love Canada. I think learning about Canada is awesome. But I didn't need 4 years of Canada. There, I could have learned about a little bit about America, could have learned about Africa, could have learned about Asia, could have learned about like there's a whole world out there. Why am I just learning about the same wars that Canadians participated in over and over and over? And that's why I feel like I don't like history because that's the only history that I know. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like I don't know if that's if I worded that properly, but I just feel like there's so much more out there besides just here, Canada, just the states, just whatever. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. um, puppies, yes. Um, researching had become my favorite part of writing. I love that for you. Has become. I hate the history we get taught. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not even that I hate the history that we get taught, although when you think about who's writing the history, also it's a little wishy-washy. But um I just wish there wasn't so much of it. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's all the stuff they leave out that's most fascinating. Hmm. Rita said, I have a love hate with history. Yeah, exactly. I'm the exact same. Indoctrination. You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Zvika said, the way I know a lot about places I don't live in. I love that for you, honestly. Like I'm jealous of that. I mean, I could now. I'm an adult now, and I could definitely do some research, which I have. Like places that I'm interested in visiting. Um, I've been doing some research on. Um, but like I could have had my whole life of that. We could have incorporated that into school. Like the way that they're teaching computers and whatever, like they're teaching kids coding in school, elementary school. Like why can't we just branch out of Canada for our history classes? Just add a little something something extra, you know? um Polishade said, human culture and history have always been my passion. I went into it because of the lack of knowledge I had and saw the lack other people did. There's so much world out there. Take the initiative. Right. Honestly, it's there's like so much out there. So many cool things. Like just broaden your horizons. Broaden them. Broaden them. Jay said, the way I hate how much we are taught America is so great because the more I learn about Canada, the more I'm like, oh, this is why y'all don't tell us because we'd move. Yeah, sometimes. Canada has its faults, but yeah. There's a reason why I'm not in. I will work in the States, but I will not stay in the States. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bolshada said, all history is important. It's the way we are told to view it that I think is the problem. I agree. I agree. Would nobody stay here in Canada would have to say no more. That's funny. Canada doesn't ever say no more, so you be fine. Come on down. Rita, I learned more about other places from the people I met and traveling, definitely not from school. Exactly. And that's one thing, like I'm very big on travel. It's unfortunately extremely expensive to travel, but I find it's worth it if it's within your means, whether you have to save up for a long time or not. I think traveling is important. Um, and traveling by yourself. I may be in a different school of thought, but I think traveling by yourself is good for you. As long as you're safe and smart. Don't do dumb things. But yes. We could all stand to learn about other countries, but coding is not bad to learn. Wish I knew. Oh yeah, no, I wasn't saying it was bad to learn. I think that's awesome. Think of how cool and smart the kids are going to be in like the next generation. They are going to be like geniuses. However, I'm convinced they're not going to be able to talk to people because my own my own sisters sometimes I'm like, children, you're not even that young. I feel like we should be better at this conversational conversing thing, but they're going to be real smart and they're going to be real reclusive. It's okay. We got computers, so whatever. Polishade said, most of what I know I didn't learn until I was out of high school and research on my own. It says a lot about our education system. Yep, you're right. You are 100% right. One day. I do want to research more, um, but I don't know what I would use it in because I'm not 100% comfortable using other like cultures as inspiration. Um, Only because I'd be worried that I didn't look into it enough. But for myself personally, like I enjoy looking up Korean stuff because I'm teaching myself the Korean language and I'm planning on going this year to Korea. So like that kind of stuff. I find the history of Korea very interesting. I read a book this month, the 3-star one that I read this month. It's about Jeju-do in Korea. And it was super interesting. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know. Again, I mean, I'm Canadian, not American, but Americans were in Jeju-do, and I didn't know that. So here we are. I'm learning things just from reading. It was historical fantasy, that book. So not a real story, but like the events, the broader events were a real story, if that makes sense. Um, Rita said, "Yep, invest in experiences, not buying a new phone." I agree with that, 100%. Zika said, "I want to learn to travel alone. Buses to another country don't count for me." They don't. Buses to another country. We're going to another country. That sounds like it counts. But yeah, I think traveling alone, I feel like you learn a lot about yourself. Like I went to Europe after um, I finished university, and the traveling alone part ended up being impromptu. Like This is the tea, but I had a falling out basically with the person that I was traveling with, but I refused to let it ruin the trip that I spent a lot of money on and blocked off a month of time for. So your girl traveled alone and it was amazing. Like I didn't travel alone the whole trip. There were sections of the trip that I traveled by myself and it was amazing. Those were the best parts. Yes, I had to figure some stuff out and yes, I had to figure out how to speak a little more French than my Canadian schooling taught me, but it worked out and it was amazing and it's amazing memories and whatever. So taught me that I could do it. I don't need anybody to do stuff for me. I can do it. But also, like, I was in very frequent contact with friends and family back home. Where I was always known. You know, I was safe, as safe as I can be by myself on in another continent. But like, you know what I'm saying. Um, Shay said, it's honestly why I never let go of being an international business major because of my coding major. Like that stuff got hard, but I needed to dive as deep in other countries as I could without going there. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, the kids are getting smart as well, but severely lacking social skills. 100%. Yep, we're losing the ability to communicate because of phones and internet. You are 100% right. It can be a slippery slope, and sensitivity readers are hard to find. Yes, that's why I'm a little like I usually just make up my own stuff, but like everything is inspired by everything else. So in that way, you can't really escape it. But I try not to be overt, if that makes sense. Folashade said, I have a similar worry. I'm trying to differentiate my story a bit more for that reason. It's more philosophical and historical inspiration, certain wars and ways of kingship and kinship that I use. That makes sense. I feel like that's totally fine. Zviko, I'll be corrected by the cultures if I ever publish. It also helps me learn about them. But if you aren't from the culture, it's very possible to mess at least one thing up. Yeah, 100% agree. Well, the country is 8 hours away, and basically, I live in both of them. Oh, that's cool. That is very cool. One thing I love about Europe, I'm assuming that you're from Europe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But everything is so close. Like it's not close, but it's close. Like, when I was in Europe, I would spend like $100 and fly for like an hour or two, and I'd be somewhere else. That's crazy. That's amazing. I love that. Shay said, from all the things I like to watch, I want to learn more about the continent of Asia and the countries uh, within it, I think, because of how much I consume and the way it plays into all their art. Like you were saying, yeah. Honestly, I know there are lots of countries out there, but Asia is just in my mind as like one of the coolest for the mix of modern and tradition, like and the way it's overt is amazing. Fulashani said, more allegory, less culture theft, basically. We love that. That is acceptable. She said about the blend of modern and tradition. It's so fascinating for me, and honestly, as a Black American, it's inspiring. Definitely agree. Um, Devin hopping out to prep for live. See you, everyone, and happy sprinting. Thank you for coming. I put my reminder on for your live, so I'll pop in there. Don't worry, I'll be there. But thank you so much for coming, and have a great rest of your day. Vika said, "Well, the work in progress I had, I did have snake people. Then I found out India has a real culture related to them called Naga and Nagini. Oh, is that where Rowling got Nagini for Harry Potter? Because that's her name, right? The snake, Nagini. Am I wrong? I feel like I'm right. We don't have to talk about her though. It's fine." um, Shay said, "I love that you can see so many other things in so little time." Right. You can't even travel like down the States. Canada either. Like My friends and I are going um, camping in September, and we're planning a trip, and it's supposed to be um, like 11 or 12 hours driving. Like we're doing camping stops along the way, and we are still in Ontario. Like I think we have to drive another like 8 hours to just leave this province. And then like there's still several other provinces before we reach BC. So yeah, we cannot. There's no easy hop 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 to another place, except for the states. Like if I go across the border, if I go south, then I where I live, I'm very close to the states. Also, it's so expensive to travel in Canada. Like if I wanted to fly from where I am to British Columbia on the West Coast, it would probably cost me like $800, which is what it costs me about to fly to England. Is that not crazy? I mean, I went to England several years ago, but still. Um, Vigo said, "Oh, so basically, Obad to give a nod to those Indian deities slash creatures." Oh, I had to give a nod to those Indian deities slash creatures. Understood, understood. And mostly JK, most likely JK knew about it. I'm sure she knew about a lot of things. That lady. Um, saw Texas. Yeah. Oh yeah, Texas. That was crazy. That basically that like the drive for Texas is the drive for Ontario. Like going south or not south, northeast through Texas is like going northwest through Ontario. Like just that long stretch of when do I get out of this place? That is the drive. Um yeah, the East Coast is much closer. Same here. America is super expensive. Crazy. It's crazy. That lady. Okay, everybody. We did a lot of chatting today. That was great. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I will be back. I'm gonna do a reading stream on Sunday. What am I reading? Don't know currently, but I will be reading something. Um, and then more writing. I think I have a stream set for Monday, but I'm not sure just because it's Easter. We'll see. Keep an eye out. I'll be around. Thank you everybody for coming. We don't speak with that lady anyways. You are correct. You are correct. Thank you everybody for coming. I had a lot of fun. Turn on notifications when you want to see me again. We gonna sprint tomorrow. I was sprinting tomorrow. Did I forget that? Did I forget that? Potentially, I forgot that. Okay, I'm so sorry. We're sprinting tomorrow. Look on Shay's channel, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll be there. Whenever Shay tells me I need to be there, I'll be there. Thank you, everybody, for watching and chatting with me, and I will see you somewhere on the internet.